beautiful day, Agape. Beautiful truth beings that you are tuning in this morning. Welcome to our Way of Meditation service. I'm Reverend Coco Stewart. I'm delighted to be your hosting minister this bright morning. Reverend Dr. Michael is out of the pulpit. We'll hear more from him later in a powerful, life-affirming way. As always, when Reverend Michael steps out of the pulpit, we have a powerful consciousness of perfect being, radiant truth. We have our own master practitioner of the heart, Akili Beckwith, who'll be coming up in a moment to facilitate. And I'm going to invite Reverend Arlene Hilton to come forward with the reading and the opening evocation. Reverend Arlene.
God morning, Agape, Agape Nation, Agape family. I am here to read to you the selected reading for today. Our selected reading is taken from the book, 40-Day Mind Fast, Soul Feast, by our very own Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. It is day 11, entitled, Set Your Imagination on Fire. As you begin to hone and refine your imagining and visioning skills, you will increase your ability to see beyond the outer appearances of life circumstances. How do you do this? By treating yourself as you wish others to treat you. Respond to yourself as you desire the universe to respond to you. Examine your thoughts and feelings, looking honestly at their contents, for this is what you invite to enter your awareness, your consciousness. What is your inner dialogue with yourself, about yourself? Throughout the day, keep a mental diary of your inner conversations. Then at night, enter them into your journal. Gradually, you will see a pattern emerge which will guide you in making any necessary changes. Establish a firm intention within yourself. Declare to yourself with absolute assurance that your faith is in one power, one presence, one life. Say this with passion, intensity, and confidence. Allow your thoughts, words, and actions to revolve around this conviction. As you deliberately focus on your oneness with Spirit, inviting it to be the truth in which your consciousness is rooted, your imagining and visioning skills will positively be impacted, expanding your self-acquaintanceship and interactions with your world. Today, begin to live a life filled with the eternal verities of the Spirit, expressing beyond what you can now imagine. You will discover that your imagination is a stepping stone to waking up to what always has been true about you. Let us turn within so we may tap into the truth about us. And so how grateful I am for this moment to turn within to this inner knowing, this inner awareness that there's only one presence, one power, one love. This presence and this power is eternal. It is life itself. It is the living breath that we each are breathing right now. It is even the oxygen supplied in this now moment. That this presence and this power is life eternal, my life, and the life of each one of us. Yes, we claim and know in this very moment that this way of meditation takes us deeper within to our own inner sanctuary. We go deep and wide into the bounty, the beauty, and the magnificence of God. How grateful I am for Akili Beckwith as he comes forward and carries us on this journey. I bless this way, I bless this moment, I bless this time, knowing that each moment we become still, we get to listen to that sweet, 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 still, small voice that dwells deep within us, always guiding us to more good, more love, more peace, more joy, more harmony. I am grateful. I release this word unto the law, knowing my words are fulfilled. They are now alive and active and free, and I let it be. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Amen, amen, ashe. Blessings, Agape.
my goodness. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Reverend Arlene, as always, for setting such a wonderful tone with a wonderful reading by Reverend Michael, or through Reverend Michael and read by Reverend Arlene. What a great and wonderful morning this is. Welcome to the Way of Meditation on behalf of Reverend Dr. Michael and his ministerial staff and all of the practitioners and all of my colleagues. We welcome you into the heart of agape, into your own heart, into our heart, which is the universal heart of God. The way of meditation, the time we take each and every day, and today in particular, to renew our personal covenant with our higher self, with the inner Christ presence, with the creator and the sustainer of all life. This is that time. Driving in this morning with my cousin Thelma Geneva, she happened to put on a wonderful musical selection by Brenda Lee Ager and Bridget Bryant. And it took my consciousness way back to a Revelation conference where that particular song was sung, speaking about Spirit being over our head, under our feet, and all around us. So that is my trigger point this morning of just contemplating how good it is to be in the presence of God always, and with a conscious and deliberate intention to anchor that awareness in my life as the life of God. I'm thinking about all the things that are going on in the world right now. And here we are at 6:45 in the morning, anchoring the light of God. What is our purpose? What is my purpose? A couple of days ago, I was speaking with a couple of colleagues, and I was sharing after my contemplative meditation. And what came through, I was observing my life, my whole life from childhood to now. And all of a sudden, I'm just going to pick two of my heroes' life came across my awareness. One was Martin Luther King Jr., and one was El-Hajj Malik, also known as Malcolm X. So as I watched my life, and I watched the arc of my life, I saw the arc of Martin Luther King's life and Malcolm X's life. And I saw the flaws and the triumphs of their life and my life. But at the end of this video, I got to see that everything everyone does is purposeful if their goal, as it were, or if their intention is to be self-realized, to be a living channel for good for God. And I looked at those two men, and I looked at myself, and I looked at other people, and I said, this is everyone's purpose. Everyone that comes into this life has come to wake up. And it's not my ability, I don't have the ability first and foremost, but it's none of my business when people wake up, what waking up looks like. My only intention and business is to wake up myself. As Reverend Arlene mentioned in the reading, to love your neighbor as yourself. As I think about the teachings of the Christ, I can hear the people asking, what is the greatest prayer? Or something to that effect. And I believe the Master said, love God with all thy heart and soul and might. Love thyself and thy neighbor as thyself. So as Reverend Arlene read, if I love God, or if I say I love God, the creator and the sustainer of all life, all of creation is the body of God. If I love that presence, that energy, that frequency that is love, and if I love myself as that, because I've been created out of that, of course it stands to reason, logic, and any other type of thought that I would love my neighbor as myself, and I'm covered. I love God, I love myself, and I love my neighbor. Therefore, I have agreed with God. I am no longer in opposition to what God is doing, what God is being. So, contemplating the arc of our life, what is our purpose? Our purpose is to remember that we did not create ourselves first and foremost. That's a very humbling thought, isn't it? to think with all of our intelligence and might and power and creativity and ingenuity that we think we created ourselves. We did not. We have been created in an awesome way. And this body and this spirit that we are, made without sound and without hands, we are simply to be living vehicles for that intelligence that created all of life. So as I contemplate the measure of a man, as they say, everything in our life, your life, has been purposeful. And today, you get to renew your personal covenant and forgive whatever you brought with you on the journey that brought you to this moment of awakening. Everything has been purposeful. As I always say in my mind, the caterpillar's legs represent all the steps we have taken to enter the area of surrender, where we surrender into the chrysalis of our being, and we trust and know that the Spirit of the living God is transfiguring us and transforming us into the butterfly. But the steps that the caterpillar took, all were necessary. Every fall I've ever made, every mistake I've ever made, every triumph that I've ever experienced, all were just steps back to the Christhood, where we can surrender our little self, our little agenda, our hidden agenda, and become and reveal our authentic self. Yes, the way of meditation, the steps to awakening, a sacred time to remember that the Spirit is all around us, over our head, under our feet, and all around us. We live and move and have our being in that Spirit, that energy, that frequency. And even now, even as I speak, I know it is uplifting and inspiring each and every individual that is looking at this, because God is all there is. God is all there is. So in our way of meditation, let us be heartful and mindful that we are allowing our eye to be single. We're turning away from the world of effect. We're turning away from the two-eyed seeing of duality. We're turning to the Christ within, and we're allowing that eye to see through our perceptions, through our past, through our memories, and bringing us to this moment of now, where we experience, express, and embody the Christ, the anointed energy of God that only God can create and only God can anoint. And here we are with our little bit of willingness, being here receptive and allowing that presence to fall freshly on our awareness this morning. As I said, we renew our personal covenant with the Spirit of the living God. Let us do that in meditation. Before we do that, if you are able, I'd like you to stand. I see beloved Reverend Arlene is always my reminder of moving that body temple, preparing it for meditation. You want to rub your hands together, open up those meridians. And as we do that, let's bring our awareness to our breath. And let us take 3 cleansing breaths. As we inhale love, and we exhale peace. We inhale joy, and we exhale peace. We inhale love, and we exhale peace. These 3 breaths are representative or do represent love, praise, and gratitude. In esoteric circles, those are known as the ascension attitudes. If we focus on love, which is the essence of our being, praise, constantly being in prayer, and gratitude, just grateful to know that our life is the life of God. Those attitudes keep our vibration and frequency up, and we make ourselves available to inspiration, in spirit, in spiritus. We make ourselves available to that. So I believe now we're ready for meditation. I am just so full of joy, I just gotta tell you. Every time I get to do the way of meditation, it's always Reverend Arlene introducing me, and Reverend Coco, and Reverend Julie's always sitting there, and Karen Mills Austin is always sitting there. And I feel like, don't get it wrong, I feel like Jesus with all the Marys around me. Metaphorically speaking, we all are Jesus. We all have the divine feminine cradling us and carrying us. So let's move into meditation as we commune with the presence of God. Thank you for your laughter, because as you know, and that is taught as this center, joy is the evidence of God. So as we move into meditation, the way and the joy of meditation, let it be so. And so I invite you once again to, if you're sitting in a chair, to place your feet firmly upon the ground beneath you and have your spine erect as you can, allowing the breath to find its way through our body temple. Putting your hands on your lap, perhaps, or any hand mudra you may be familiar with that will activate and accentuate your meditation. From the seasoned veterans to the first-time meditators, let us approach this meditation as though it is the first time. So I invite you to, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, just scan your body with awareness. Just move the awareness from the crown down the front of your face and the back of your head, the front of your shoulders and the back, as we allow any tightness or stress to simply be released by us becoming aware of that place. Our arms, the front and back, our hands. We may move our fingers. We're just scanning the body made without hands, without sound. The front of our legs and the back. We simply allow everything to fall away. And we bless the body temple as the instrument of the divine, the temple of God, where we worship, where we acknowledge, where we unify, where we commune, where we listen to the still small voice that is closer than our breath, closer than the words that are spoken. We allow Spirit to have its way with us, speaking to us always in a way, in a vibration, in a language that we absolutely understand, we remember, we embrace, embody, express, and experience the life divine. With every breath, we move into the silence, allowing our awareness to be just that. Awareness, aware of itself. allowing the breath to be the guide, the energy, the inspiration. Allow it to be so. And so it is. present in the presence. So I invite you now to slowly and gently breathe yourself back into this space. Gently and slowly bringing our awareness back to the body temple. Pausing momentarily within to simply give thanks for all that we have received, all that is a part of our natural inheritance as the living images and likenesses of the living one. We simply give thanks. And it is in the awareness of the all-good, that which is ever present and the only power, that divine and creative intelligence that initiates all events and orchestrates all events, has orchestrated us being together in communion this morning. And for this awareness, I am thankful. And I know that this Spirit, the knower that knows it all, the doer that does it all, even now goes before us, making our way its way. So with this awareness, we rest, confident and sure that the one life that creates all life, that maintains all life within its beingness, carries us within itself. In this we trust. In this we surrender. In this we find ourselves in joy. Let it be so. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Aho.
Thank you so much, Akili. Powerful meditation. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I really know that you got a powerful truth from within your own soul that rose up through that magnificent facilitation by Akili Beckwith. And so you might want to chat in on the love stream. Appreciation. It was beautiful. Thank you so much, Akili. As I said, a master practitioner of the heart. So if you're tuning in for the first time this morning, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the Agape community. From our heart to yours, we just want to welcome anybody who's here for the very first time on the love stream. There's practitioners, I believe, also on the love stream that are giving love and appreciation. So just tune into this and feel the love as we say, welcome to Agape. We recognize you. We know who you really are. You are a unique way that God is expressing love, spiritual intelligence, and divine beauty. We bless you and we make welcome the presence of your being into the Agape community. So love to you as we send our hearts and feel your presence. Thank you so much. Now is the time for our time of giving, our time of offering. As we all may be aware, as you may or may not be aware, we are a donation-based community. We don't have a large corporation that backs us up. Well, the corporation of God's heart, perhaps. I just made that up. But it's all consciousness, and it's us. We support the community that it may go out and do magnificent works within us and out upon the planet for a time as this, as we all know. So I'm going to invite you to prepare your offering. Just be still in your own hearts and souls and get clear about what is yours to express, what is yours to give. I remind you that you can never outgive God, and that tithing is a sacred practice. So thank you so much for being willing to give. And Willard is here as a, showing the givingness right here and right now. And I'm just going to bless this and then tell you the ways that you can tithe. So we just take this opportunity as you prepare your gift, your tithe, your blessing, what you may call the expression of your heart. I give thanks for the givingness of God that makes it so that each of us can even give more and give more and give more. One source, one substance, one power, one joy, one heart, one beloved life of the infinite that continually pours out a rich blessing. I accept this rich blessing for all who are tuning in, for anybody listening on the archives, for all who are part of this magnificent consciousness, to be about the givingness that God is. So I bless this offering, this tithe, this gift, and I am grateful for it. And so it is. Amen. So you continue to prepare your offering, and you can text to donate. Text GIVE to 424-321-6243. That's one way. If you're on our Facebook page or on Rev's Facebook page, there's a magnificent donate button. I love that button. I use that button myself. And of course, if you want to mail it in, I'm hoping this address comes up. There we go. 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. As Reverend Michael always reminds us that I'm grateful to hear, it always lands here right on time and in time. So thank you. You continue to prepare your offering. And while we're doing that, we're going to do a couple of things. First, we get to hear from Reverend Dr. Michael.
Peace and radical blessings, everyone. Today's a great day. But do you know why? Because you woke up surrounded by a field of infinite potential and infinite possibilities for the Spirit of the living God to express through you as brilliance, as joy, as magnificent activation of your potential, which brings about bliss. Something wonderful is happening now. You're watching Agape. Akili Beckwith facilitating the Way of Meditation service. Reverend Susie Lula bringing forth the message. David Naimont bringing forth the music. Marianne Lewis and her crew bringing those tonal qualities of agape. And you. Right now, I'm presently in a bubble so secure as the NBA bubble when they did the playoffs here in the Life Advancement Center called Rhythmia. I'll be with you next Sunday. I'm teaching for a few days, and I'll be back soon. Have a bright day. Hold the fort of agape, support it, pray for it, love it, and all that you do, do it well. Peace.
Love you, Reverend Michael. Always delighted to hear from him. And now I'm going to invite Reverend Julie Moret to come forward with a few announcements.
Good morning. To sign up for any of the items mentioned, you can go to agapelive.com, and all times are Pacific time. If you missed Agape's New Year's Intensive, The Sovereign Soul, Meditation, Visioning, and Activation with Reverend Michael, you can still purchase access to the archives until January 31st. So take this opportunity to begin your 2021 in the high vibration of clear intention setting and engage in powerful spiritual practices that vibrationally align us to the truth of our being. Today, Teen Agape is open online at 11:15 a.m. Click the Teen Agape banner on our website to register. We have 2 classes for our Agape youth. One is for 9 to 13-year-olds at 2 p.m. The other is for 3 to 8-year-olds at 3:30. They're both live in the Zoom room with music, singing, and more. Email revleon@agapelive.com to receive your youth fun packs and join the classes. Agape has daily morning prayer at 8 a.m. and noon meditation. They're both on Agape's Facebook Live. Would you like to speak with somebody? Crisis Support Clinic will be in session tomorrow. Email crisissupport@agapelive.com to set up your 20-minute appointment. As we approach the official start for the 24th Annual Season for Nonviolence, which begins January 30th and completes on April 4th, Our Friday night spiritual community gatherings will focus on content and engage in discussions each week around the subject of nonviolence. The Season for Nonviolence commemorates the assassinations of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., reminding us about the practice of nonviolence to help bring about peace in our world. Reverend Cheryl Ward will be our guest for the opening this Friday, January 29th at 5:30 p.m. You can sign up at scg@agapelive.com, and together we can create a world that works for everyone. Agape University invites you to save these dates for classes coming soon. There are 3 transformational classes open to all and also required classes for both the practitioner and prayer programs. The first class is the Physics of Prayer, 5 Saturdays beginning February 13th. I'll be facilitating that. We also have Inclusivity, a new class, 5 Wednesdays beginning February 17th. The Life Visioning Process, 8 Tuesdays beginning February 23rd. More information, including registration, will be available on our website at agapelive.com this coming week. Agape Nation, how has being a part of the beloved community changed your life? We want to know your story and all the great works you're doing in the world. We will share your Agape miracle. Make sure to upload your 2-minute video by using the banner on our website. And are you dancing with the Rev? Send us your 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service, uploaded on the banner on our Agape website, and you may see yourself dance with the Rev on social media and on Sundays. And finally for today, while not an Agape event, this does benefit Agape. Here's a special offer from Reverend Michael and his dear friend, longtime supporter of Agape, Mary Morrissey.
Lots of people dream, but understanding the art and the science of dream building is another matter. And so I do an annual event, and it is called Dream Builder Live, where we do a 3-day adventure into the art and science of dream building, where you leave with a crystal clear vision for your life over the next 3 years and an understanding of the physics of how to transform your current conditions into the results that you have dreamed up. So normally the tickets are $1,197. We have people coming already from over 35 countries. And we reserved a special number of tickets for the Agape community, not at $1,197, at $97 each. So if this sounds good to you, you can take a look at the opportunity. Go to dreambuilderlive.com/agape. At dreambuilderlive.com/agape. So here's to your best next decade. And if you'd love support with that, then I'll see you at Dream Builder Live. I want to give a big hug to Dr. Michael Beckwith and your whole community. Thanks.
And a portion of your ticket purchase will be donated back to Agape. So go to dreambuilderlive.com/agape to register. Many blessings to you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Julie. So, how good it is to be together once again in community. We're going to just take another opportunity, again, as Willard is here, representing the field of the givingness of God, the acceptance, the receivership. That's you. You get to be in receivership, for even as you give, more and more and more comes forth. So just in your own heart and soul, we take this opportunity to once again be ingathered into the energy, into the quality of unconditional love as birthright, heart, and heritage, and to bless the offering, to know it is pressed down and running over, and that in myriad ways, shapes, and forms, it is a benefit and a blessing to those who give, to the world community, to the Agape community, and to all who are ever part of it. So I bless the offering with your agreement, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you so much. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Willard. And now we're going to have our closing chant, even as Akili comes forward to do our benediction. I remind you, as Reverend Dr. Michael said, to come back and tune in at, so we have our next service at 9 o'clock. Of course, we have meditation at 8:30, but we have Reverend Susie Lula is our guest speaker. Daniel Nahmod is our musical inspiration. So you come back either at 8:30 and 9 or at 11 or 11:30. So let's hear one verse of this chant, and then the blessed and the beloved Akili will give us our benediction. Love to you, Agape.
To me, return to me with every breath. return in and begin with me. With every breath, return.
So we turn within once again, beginning and ending in God, beginning and ending with the breath of God, carried by the breath, carried by love, our legacy of love. We give thanks for everything we have received here this morning, allowing and letting Spirit have its way as our life, as our awareness, as us. Giving thanks in advance for all that continues to unfold in this life divine. We accept the blessings of the Spirit always and in all ways. We let it be as it is, whole, complete, and perfect. And so it is. Amen. Good morning, Agape.
And don't forget, Reverend Michael will be back next Sunday, and tune in later for our next service. Love to you. Have a great, beautiful day.